After an early start for the dawn service this morning, we decided after lunch that the weather was perfect to pack a picnic and take the boat for a run. We left from the town jetty and out through Princess Royal Harbour and around some of Albany's spectacular coastline. After a couple of stops to retrieve hats, which very rarely happens I might add, we went on to have a wonderful afternoon, seeing some dolphins, catching up with a mate and stopping in at Frenchman's Bay to visit the coffee van. I hope you enjoy watching it and thanks for joining us.
Pop up. Or was he going to trick us? Oh, there he is, right in front. Here he comes, yeah. Under the boat again. Can you see him? Where's he gone? He's playing hide and seek with you, isn't he? Behind us, on this side. He was over here.
Yep, and they're trying to hide under the boat.
Oh, okay. a marking ship, has he? Can you see it on his little fin?
The buildings that you can see are the historic whaling station in Albany. It closed in 1978 after 178 years of whaling in Albany. It then reopened as an interactive museum in 1980. This is the remains of the original Point King Lighthouse residence. It was the first navigational lighthouse for Albany and the second one to be built on the WA coastline. It commenced operating in 1858. The original lighthouse, which stood in the front, was a square wooden 5-metre tower which was visible from 19 kilometres away. The buildings that you can see on the Vancouver Peninsula are what is currently known as Camp Quarrenup. Originally, it was the quarantine station for Albany. It was established in 1875 after several incidents of sicknesses aboard arriving ships, and it operated as a quarantine station until 1930. The vessel that we are currently coming up to is the Chains 2. She's a 440-tonne steam whale chaser that was built in the UK in 1947. She was owned by other whaling companies both overseas and in Australia before being bought by the Chains Beach Whaling Co in 1963. She was used in whaling operations in Albany until the company ceased operations in 1978. She was then sent to the Hobart Maritime Museum, where she was chartered for an unsuccessful scientific research expedition to Heard Island in the Antarctic. She ended up being towed 600 nautical miles back to Albany after she had actually run out of fuel. Adding to her colourful history, she was sold to an entrepreneur to be transformed into a floating restaurant. Sadly, though, the refit was never completed due to bankruptcy. She then broke her moorings during a gale in 1992 and ran aground on the east side of the Princess Royal Harbour in Albany, where she has remained until this day, slowly rusting away.
Would have been the engine room, wouldn't it? Looks that way. Yeah. All the pipes and bits and pieces. What do you reckon, girls? Is that pretty cool? Yeah, because that's inside. It's probably protected from the weather. Well, is it a cubby hole? Oh, there is a little cubby hole too. It's been here for a long time, sweetheart. Yeah, but that used to be a timber
That used to be the wheelhouse.
wheelhouse, that's the
all
word.
collapsed. That used to be the roof and stuff.